Hello, good people. Second Tag is here for your my wall review, Raw Supershow review for 10/24/11, the aftermath of Vengeance. Tonight, let me say this: the wall tonight was kind of better than the wall before Vengeance, with it being not interesting, but still good wrestling, okay wrestling tonight. Last little squashes. And of course, a lot of storyline building, including, of course, heading towards Survivor Series. Let's kick it off with Triple H come flying down. As we all know, Triple H was attacked by Kevin Nash during his match against Miz and Truth, teaming with Punk last night. Nash beat the shit out of him, and Nash jackknife bombed him in the ring after the match. So Triple H came flying down, saying, "Nash, you were a friend to me, man. Much of a friend you were to me as Shawn Michaels and X-Pac, aka Shawn Waltman, aka 123 Kid, aka Mr. X China, whatever you want to call his ass, Six-Pac, X-Pac, Sex-Pac, whatever." Triple H said, "Nash, you broke my heart last night for doing what you did to me, man. I know you've been through a lot in these last couple months, but you know what? That incident really broke me, man. This was forever my ass." He wanted Nash. He wanted him badly. He wanted Nash as bad as Cena wanted Miz and Truth, which I'll get to in a moment. So Triple H is like, "Nash, I know you're in this building. Come on, Nash. I want to kick your ass." Then it changed to Triple H. Kick his ass. Kick his ass. So, John Laurinaitis, the senior vice president of television and the interim Raw general manager, came flying down after that, saying, "Triple H, I heard a lot of rumors about Nash. You're being unreasonable." Triple H is like, every chance you get, "Shut up, John." Triple H wasn't having it. He said, "Nash, I want no talk. I don't want any discussions. I just want to beat the shit out of you, man," basically. And Laurinaitis is like, stepping through the danger zone, as some would say. Triple H is like, "John, I'm not in the mood for it. I'm going to beat someone's ass. And if you have to be the one I have to kick instead of Nash, do it." So he said, "Laurinaitis, you know what? I'm still the COO, despite the fact I lost control of war to you. So, John, you have to go all around the arena and look for Nash." Triple H and John left. Well, unfortunately, Triple H didn't have to look far. Here comes Kevin Nash running up from behind the Titan Squad, sledgehammer in hand, rammed it against the spine of Triple H. Now, I know it's TV PG and all, but that was pretty brutal. I know he held the sledgehammer like Triple H always does. Make no serious injury, but it still looked pretty brutal. So Triple H nailed in the back. Nash even beat up security. So Nash came out. Triple H, like I said, it was taking out by security, but he wasn't done yet. Big Sexy, the Giant Killer, wasn't done yet with Triple H. So Triple H was going to be wheeled up into the gurney, and then Nash came flying down saying, "Let him go. Bring him down." He grabbed him in the gurney, put him up against a pile of boxes, then whammed the sledgehammer to the face of Triple H. Same position. He was forming a bit, man. Triple H, man. I know it's storyline and shit. I know it's all like wrestling stuff, but you know what? That still looked pretty brutal. Those two shots with the sledgehammer and stuff in the face and back, being TV PG, was still pretty brutal. Triple H was taking up for the entire evening. Some are saying a neck injury. I'm using that storyline terms. So who knows what will happen to Triple H? While his recovery status is uncertain at this time, the old saying goes, as the name of the Queen's song goes, the show must go on. And indeed it did. Kicked off with Randy Orton and Sheamus taking on Christian and Cody Rhodes. Now once again, this is me, or like I said on last night's Vengeance review, I've always been falling asleep during Owens matches. Either A, he's boring, or B, because I'm too tired. Because I got up at 8 o'clock this morning. So, anyway, Christian, and it was actually a decent opener. You know, it's kind of exciting. You know, with Sheamus and Orton getting the victory over the heels as usual. Good match. You know, good moves from Christian and Sheamus. Their feud apparently isn't over yet, but I think it should be. But it's like, who faces up against Mark Henry next? Well, we'll see how that solves on SmackDown with the whole thing happening that happened at Vengeance with the ring collapsing, as we all know. So after Randy and Sheamus got the victory over Christian and Cody Rhodes, took a little while for the second match to get going. With, of course, Cena colliding with Laurinaitis, talking about Miz and Truth coming in. And Laurinaitis is like, Cena, you in a tag match tonight against Truth and Miz. But you know what? I get to choose your partner. Which turned out to be the Long Island Iced Z, Zack Ryder. Unfortunately, that team was not ended up to be. I'll get to that in a minute as well. So, after that, we had a second match, which was basically a squash. It was the man that Zack Ryder lost to at Vengeance. Zack's guy who he lost to, Dolph Ziggler, taking on Santino Marella. Simple, 3-minute squash, nothing special. Santino going for the Cobra, zigzag, 1, 2, 3. No interference. Well, Swagger got involved again. Santino's about to do the Cobra. Swagger distracted Santino. And like what happened when Ryder got distracted from Swagger last night, Santino bit his own Cobra and got zigzagged, like I said, by Ziggler, getting the victory in his non-title squash match. So then we had, after that, Alberto Del Rio coming out for his celebration party, his little fiesta party, talking about him beating John Cena last night. Of course, with the help of Miz and Truth, he didn't admit it, because heels don't like. The heels always say, a win's a win, no matter what. Win if you can, cheat when you can, win at the most. That's like the old saying. I don't remember the whole saying this time, but hey, that's how it goes. So Alberto was like, oh yeah, me, champion! You know? And then the music I was hoping to hit, boom. CM Punk's music hit, talking about getting a title shot against Alberto. Talking about, of course, the pipe bomb as usual. Punk said something weird in comments. Everything, especially when Laurinaitis came flying down saying, Punk, you want a shot against Alberto? You better say you respect me first. Punk tried many ways to try to ask for his respect. He said, I respect you, John, for being basically a jackass. Basically being a douchebag, and basically being a guy who went big after doing so much little. So then Laurinaitis said, Punk, I'll give you 1 more week for me to think about it. I gotta think about it for a week. And Punk's like, what do you think about it? How about this? Wham, he beat the shit out of Alberto. And Laurinaitis is like, you know what, chaos. Well, he got a lot of it with what happened with Triple H and Nash. And of course, Alberto and Punk getting it on. And of course, what happened with Cena in the main event, which I'll get to in a moment. So then I've been saying this for so long about Punk and Alberto feuding. It will happen, but storyline's got to build first. But I guarantee you, Punk Alberto Survivor Series will happen. Hopefully, Alberto's sidekick, Ricardo's, either banned from ringside or suspended in like a cage or something. So then we had another kind of a squash match as Natalya took on Alicia Fox. Oh, I didn't mention something. After the Ziggler-Santino match, Dobbs was attacked by Mason Wyatt. Mason Wyatt's now next in line for a shot, and Zack's not getting a rematch. Are you serious, bro? Once again, Wyatt is being shoved aside for the big goof. That's what I call it, the big goof. The Batista never gonna be Mason Wyatt. He's stiff like Nancy Grace. Anyway, little Nancy Grace did well tonight. Talk about it later. Anyway, so on the next match, like I mentioned, Natalya take on Alicia Fox. And I've said about good heels who turn good girls. When they're a good heel, they be a bad babyface. That's what happened to Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox, typical Divas match. She did get a surprise victory over Natalya. But Beth and Natalya didn't like it. So they tried to beat up Alicia after the match. But Alicia escaped without any harm done. Then after that, we had John Morrison versus Wade Barrett. While Wade Barrett's resurrection continued, it seemed like the destruction of John Morrison's WWE career seemed to be continuing. He's been in squash after squash, losing to Christian, getting eliminated quickly in the Battle Royal. And despite a decent showing, Wade Barrett beat him again. Beat him tonight. Of course, with rumors about Morrison's contract up and not renewing it. So the rumors are on. When is Morrison's contract up? And is he going to leave? I say 3 letters, T and A. Anyway, seriously, Morrison, like, Morrison, you're going to be good. We're going to show you good. But you know what? We're going to squash you like a bug until we fire you. Until we release the Wish You in Your Future Endeavors release. You're going to get your ass whipped, buddy. Speaking of getting his ass whipped, that leads us to the main event. John Cena versus Miz and Truth. Wait a minute. It was announced that Miz and Truth were going to face up against Cena and Zack Ryder. I said it, the team never meant to be. I was like, God, Zack Ryder, the main event, too good to be true? Indeed, he was doing an interview, and Zack Ryder got taken out before the main event by Miz and Truth. So basically, it turned into a handicap match because Lauren Ayers couldn't find a suitable partner for Cena in 2 minutes. Cena had his showing. Cena did strong. He held his own against Cena and Miz. Of course, Truth and Miz, the awesome Truth. Of course, the Super Cena, recovering from his loss, still had the old power in him. All he needs is some Lucky Charms and some Fruity Pebbles. Anyway, Cena, once again, a one-man wrecking machine. Was destroying everybody. Miz and Truth doing some quick tag teams. I say they'll win the tag team titles. I think they're Awesome Truth and Zigzag are 2 best heel teams around right now. They've got great chemistry, great talent, and great mic skills. Well, at least Mr. Truth got that going for him. Anyway, Cena's about to get the FU on Miz. After giving him the 5-knuckle shuffle, the Truth came flying in on the wall to bottom, causing disqualification and beating the crap out of Cena after the match. Then they grab a steel chair, 2 steel chairs, and Laurinaitis came flying down again. And Laurinaitis, of course, there was chaos throughout the night with Alberto and CM Punk, their fight, Nash attacking Triple H, as I mentioned. And of course now Cena getting attacked by Miz and Truth, about to get further injury with him getting weird with steel chairs. So Laurinaitis said, I've had enough of this chaos tonight, dude. I don't want to be the new Triple H. I don't want to have chaos and disorder running amok with me in control. Miz Truth, I like you, we hired you, but you know what? Get out of the ring. So Laurinaitis like, Cena, I know things didn't work out with you tonight with me picking Wyatt as your partner. So Cena, I'm giving you a shot. Another chance at Miz and Truth in a tag match at Survivor Series. But you pick your partner. Well, from what we've been seeing from the ads and of course the rumors and speculation, I think we all knew who Cena was going to choose. The most electrifying man in sports entertainment, his WrestleMania 27 opponent, The Rock. So The Rock and Cena, there have been a lot of rumors about them teaming up Survivor Series. It was who would be Rock, Cena, Triple H, and Austin, or whoever against Miz, Truth, and Nash. That could be a possibility, but with Triple H's injury, it could be a simple tag match instead of a Survivor Series, traditional Survivor Series match. But here's my prediction here. Rock and Cena are going to be in this match against Miz and Truth, Awesome Truth, and Rock and Cena are going to dominate, and they're going to be like best of buddies until the end of the match. They're going to shake hands, and Rock's basically going to say, Cena, see you at WrestleMania, bitch. Rock bottom Cena. That's my prediction. They're going to get along until the end of the match. Some will go down because they got to build towards Mania. Well, Rock's going to be at Raw in Boston the week before Survivor Series, so who knows. Speaking of Raw, next week's Raw will be at the ATL, where Rock made, of course, hosting WrestleMania at this year in Atlanta. Hosting Raw next week. Muppets are guest starring, and Michael Cole laying down the challenge. He saw JR tweeting, so Michael Cole challenged Jim Ross to the Michael Cole Challenge. No specific details yet, but Cole said, JR, if you win, I quit. I don't think so, because I've heard many rumors that JR's done with TV. He's done doing full-time commentating, but who knows what will go down on Raw next week. Especially into Survivor Series, will Rock answer Cena's request, but I say definitely Rock and Cena Survivor Series teaming up. But like I said, Rock's gonna walk by him after the match. That is it. That's my Raw review for tonight. See y'all later. Never mind, you've been attacked by the review from Zach. Thank you very much. See y'all later. Yeah.